Good YouTube and everybody, thanks for stopping by and checking out the channel. We really do appreciate it. And as always, we'd like to thank our viewers, subscribers, and our members, because without you, we're not us. So let's take a look at McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse ECLIPSO. This comes from the DC Classic, and it is available now for order. All the links are down in the basement. Guys, what do you actually think about this character? And are you going to pick it up, or already have you? Okay, so let's roll him off the stand, and let's get started. Okay, for the appearance, here he is. So for me, I don't think he looks just like the comics, and he definitely doesn't look like the trading card slash comic on the back of the packaging, right? I'm gonna throw all three of these pictures up. You can see some of the things in each of these characters, but I don't think it's a spot-on figure to me. But if you look at the figure, it does look decent. There's nothing wrong with it. The paint scheme's on the right. You have the blue on the face there, your purple, and especially on this chest, right? Then on his arms on that side, and you look at this dangling here, usually I think that's all purple. Maybe the face is just blue, right? But you see that in the back, that looks correct. He does have it kind of, what do you call it, stitched up there, and it goes all the way down to the middle of his head there, right? But look at his pants. I think that looks good. The all black. You do have the gold there, but his all black pants, I'm not quite sure if they're all black in the comics, because I'm looking here, and yeah, you get some parts that are all black, but then you look at some of it, it's just different. Nothing's the same here. It looks like he grabbed all of the variants of them and just threw them into one. And he's actually really not that bulky in some photos. He's like skinny. He's a skinny guy. And then if you look at some of them, he's really huge. And so this is, I guess, in between. You do have the wrapping around his arms where the purple is. I think that's in all of them. Not quite sure in the comics. It doesn't seem like it is. But let's look at him up close. You see his shoes there. Check those. That's quite all right. I don't think that's anything major. Let's put some lighting on here so we can see him a lot better. There we go. Okay, so look at his face. It's done well, but is it like the comics? Is this side all the way blue like that? That same color blue? Not quite sure. So for me, it's not like the comics, but let's go over it the way it is, as if we've never seen them. You can see the ear, it's blue, right? And then you see the front top of his hat. There goes that blue. And then you had the blue on his face, which is more on his face than the white is. You would think it'd be some kind of two-face thing with this coming down halfway, right? But it's not. There goes his red eyes. You see that? The paint is fine. The red around his gums there, teeth, his lips. There's a white with the white ears, and then the purple of the hat, right? Okay, so you see that? The sculpt is fine. I mean, you know it's him, but it doesn't look exactly like he does in the comics. But there he is. The body is what gets me. I don't think that the body color, they chose the right color for him here with this kind of white, off-white color. That's what I see here. Then you have the purple accent on his arms, shoulders, biceps, right? You see that? And there goes the wraps around his forearms, right? All brown color there. And then you look at the buckle of his pants. There you go, black wrapping, and then they're buckled by gold. A little gold there, okay. Right? And there goes another symbol on his quad or thigh, right? And there goes the feet. Just pretty basic on that, right? Let's look at the back of them. More buckle, black belt. And goes that stitching I was talking about. There it is, purple. Everything is laid out good. But if you're gonna say comic accurate, I would give it a 6 if we're looking for accuracy. This looks pretty good though, right? Nice little paint there. Be nice if that was grazed, kind of sticking out. That'd be better. But yeah, this was pretty rushed. But like I said, they rushed it, but the paint scheme is not bad, right? We see it here. So there you go. In a nutshell, that's it. It's okay to me. But let me know what you think, guys. And that'll do it for the appearance. Okay, so let's take a look at the accessories. You'll be getting an extra pair of hands, and then you'll get the additional hand that holds the shard. We all know what the shard is. It's pieces of a lot of pieces. But he holds one of the shards. That's what you get. And he has 2 extra pair of open hands, and that is it. Okay, so let's take a look at the hand with the shard. I'll put it on something to make it easier to see. All right, you see it there, he's holding the shard. Okay, and here we are. There it is, the shard, right? Broken in so many pieces. Okay, trying to get it clear for you guys, but I don't know why. Put my hand there, be good. What is this? Can we? I guess we'll hold up. We'll hold it there. I like, you know me, I like close-ups. No, there we go. Okay, there it is. Sorry about that. See, there's the shard. It's okay. Almost like it's melting in his fingers, but hey, it looks not, it doesn't look bad. Not at all. There you have it. You know, I have a feeling about the bad cuts, but I just think you can't do away with those in production, or maybe you can, but there you have it. Shard. Okay, let's take a look at the open hands. We don't have to see both of them because they're the exact same, right? You see them over there holding, you see the hands, right? There they are. Here is the hands, right? Same as the other one, just on the opposite arm or wrist. There you go. And that's done well. Yeah, it's bad production, no cuts there, but it still looks pretty good, right? What do you guys think? I think it looks okay. All right. Okay. And that will do it for the accessories. But if we want to look at the hands on him, the punch hands, I know we looked at the appearance, but let's go ahead and look at these up close. There you go. There's his punch hands. Quite all right. Nothing fantastic. You see him? Punch hands. Right? Okay. And that will do it for the accessories. Okay. Okay, to scale them up, just throw a mega figure in there just to show you what it looks like with an extra large figure there, as you can see, right? There you go. Mega figure in him. I think he's right at 7, a little over 7, maybe 7 3/4. I'm not quite sure what the ECLIPSO is. I think he's right at 7 3/4. Well, I know his legs are open. Let's go ahead and do a quick one just to see what. Yeah, if he's standing straight, he'll be right at 7, almost 8 inches with his hat. So it's like 7 3/4. Not being exact, but that's where it's at. But you get the idea. You see him there. All right. And you got it. Okay. Okay, so let's step into it. The points of articulation, the POA. We'll start up with the head first. All right, so you do have his hat here, stuff dangling. It's PVC, so you should be good. That's not going to limit your motions. Right there, decent. Ball and socket does well, right? So you're looking okay. Tilting, fine. Looking up, that's it. I don't understand why you don't make this as flexible enough as flexible as these are, and then that way we would have no issues of him looking up. You see what I mean? I don't even think it's his hat there. I think it's just the way the figure is. Looking up is not there. I mean, if you force it, like I'm doing now, you still don't get it. Look how straight I got it. You still don't get it, so that's not great. We need him to look up as well. That's not a good idea there. Not liking that, okay? So we see that. Looking at the arms, of course, they are in the ball and socket with the latches there. You see that? So they do turn as well. You see the bicep swivels, double jointed pins. That's for your double jointed arms, correct? Right? Interchangeable hands, got latches of their own, right? Rotations, they're there. And then they got their latches, right? That's the same on both sides. You do have sternum rotation. You see that? Lower sternum, and you do have waist, right? There you go. Of course, they're on the click flies there. You can see them, right? And then your 2 pins for your double jointed knees. Got it? And let's go to the feet. The feet have them latches their own, clamped, got a pin on them, latches. And you do have them sitting on rockers with a pivot in the toe, right? That's the same on both sides, so nothing to it. Very basic on the articulation. And there you have it. And that will do it for the POA. And for the packaging, this is pretty basic by McFarlane Toys, nothing new here. So taking a look at the figure and the accessories inside the bubble, you do have the trading card and the action figure base behind the bubble. If you take a look at the bottom of the packaging, you see DC Multiverse, ECLIPSO. Let's take a look at the side panels, DC Multiverse, ECLIPSO, DC Classic and McFarlane logo at the very bottom. And if you take a look at the other side panel, DC Multiverse, the open window cutout, ECLIPSO, and some sayings there at the bottom, right? Okay, so let's take a look at the top. You see the 22 moving parts, McFarlane Toys logo, and the open window cutout, right? The open window cutout. So let's go ahead and flip it over to the back side, right? There it is. That is your trading card in large, right? As you can see there, nice artwork, but that's his trading card in large. That's what McFarlane Toys is known to do. No surprise. ECLIPSO on the side there, DC Classic, McFarlane Toys logo at the top corner. And that will do it for the outside of the packaging. Okay, for the inside of the packaging, as you can see, it has the trading card and the action figure base in the plastic. I keep mine in plastic because I like to keep them in mint condition. I don't care too much for the McFarlane stand, but if I want to read the bio on the back, I just go online and check it out there. And that'll do it for the inside of the packaging. Okay, for my pros and cons, my cons are it could have came with maybe an extra head scope. That's about it. So my pros are, I do like the paint scheme on it. I don't think that is correct, but I like the paint scheme on this figure. It doesn't look bad with the pants. You have the purple, of course, in his body, and of course his face itself with the red eyes, blue face. All that looks great. All that looks good on the paint. Nothing wrong with that. It's just that I don't think he's accurate to the comics. Some things look like the comics, but I don't think it's accurate, right? Of course, it doesn't look like he does on his trading card and on the back of the packaging. But for me, I'm about to give the figure a 4 out of 10. Let me know what you give it, guys. And you guessed it, you can get it at Walmart.com. Just check out Walmart.com or their local bid box store. So what are you waiting for? Check them out. This brings us to the end of our video. If you found the video informational or you just simply enjoyed watching, please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And as always, this has been another toy review. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.